What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. I'm Tiffany Williams. Let's Play About Tiff is my vlog, and I am doing a vlog today. But I kind of wanted to do this a little bit differently, just because I have a lot of clips that I recorded. I have been documenting a lot of different things throughout the past several months, which I'm sure I mentioned before. I've worked a ton of events this year, and I just kind of wanted to share my adventures and different things that I've been doing and things that I have going on. And I've honestly, with this one, I had to go back in my calendar and go back in the timeline and see exactly what the dates were, because there was a ton of things that happened between January and February that I forgot, and I didn't even realize that so many things had happened back to back. So previous vlog, I talked about working Super Bowl and that whole thing, and in this vlog I'm sharing NBA All Stars, and then also I did a staycation right after that. But literally right after I left Super Bowl, like I said, I had to go back into my planner. Super Bowl ended. My last day was February 8th, which was Super Bowl Sunday. Then I flew back home to San Diego. I unpacked my bag. I was at home for 3 days, and then I was in LA from February 12th till February 15th, I think. Yeah, so February 15th, and then I came back home and did a staycation from the 16th to the 18th, and then I worked a whole other event after that, but that's not in this vlog. I just did till the staycation in this vlog, but I kind of just want to talk about NBA All Stars and when I was working that event. So there's a ton of different clips of just kind of behind the scenes, or just things that I saw while I was working there. I was working with Nike. And I worked at the convention center for the crossover event, which it was interesting because there was so many different events happening all at the same time during that same week for NBA All Stars, but they were in all different locations in different areas, spread out throughout the city. There was things happening in downtown, which I was working, and there was several different things all up and down the street there. So there was the convention center that had the crossover event, but then down the street by I was gonna call it Staples Center. It's not called Staples Center anymore. It's Crypto Arena. They had a Foot Locker takeover area, so there was a whole thing over there too. And I actually had friends that were working that section and at that event, and then there was other friends that I had that were working in, I think, Inglewood or somewhere in Compton or something like that. They had events over there. And then they had the actual game at, what is that place called? I can't remember, but it's one of the newer arenas in the Inglewood area that they had just built. I believe the game's actually over there, which I thought it was going to be at Crypto, but anyway, all that to say, I worked with Nike, and I was actually working in events where it was just, an activation, but was just geared towards kids. Because most of the things inside the convention center, because the convention center was kind of a fan, it was a fan fest sort of, which that's what a lot of the events were. They did have some players come through and come and visit and do autograph signings and meet and greets, and there was some panels at some of the sections. There were concerts every night, which Ludacris was there, Shabuzi. They had a K-pop band that I had never heard of, but they were super popular. And literally the first night, people were running in. They had to tell them to stop running because people were running to the stage. It was crazy. I can't remember what the K-pop group is called, but a bunch of people knew who they were, and they're just oh, K-pop is the fandom is crazy. So there was that. And then also there was DJ Pauly D. There was another DJ that had a saxophone player. there were, I think, the Laker girls. Did they come and dance? I think the Laker girls did come by and dance and like do a performance and stuff like that. And there's like several different things that happened in the convention center during that week. That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to be a part of it. And like I said, my activation was for kids. So we had a bunch of different like areas for the kids to play. There was a Lego section because they did a Lego and Nike collab. So they had where they could do a minifig creation, and they got a little card that they could take home. And then also there is like a game of horse inside of this arena where they got to play and shoot hoops, and it was fun. I was inside sometimes. I was a floater, so like I was at all the different parts of the activation for the most part. With the exception of like some parts I didn't get to because like I didn't really have to like break those people, but I had like a rotation that I like broke different people, and then like I helped people out in different sections and stuff like that whenever it was needed. So I kind of did a little bit of everything during my activation, and our client was super cool. Like they were kind of, I feel like they were kind of picky at first. Like it's so interesting working events. Like clients want certain things, they see certain things, but like certain things don't always work the way how they think that they're gonna work. So it's like a trial and error period, and like stuff just kind of happens on the fly or like while we're there, and we just like switch things up, and you just have to be flexible. Like in this industry, you got to be flexible. Don't complain, don't argue, just say yes and move. That's it. But some things can be annoying, I ain't gonna lie. But we made it work, and everything went well. The client was happy. Everybody was like super grateful for the work that we did and stuff like that. And yeah, it ended up being a good week. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick intro, and say hey, and kind of give y'all a little rundown of what you're gonna see. I will chime in into different clips just because like there's just random clips that I recorded. But in these first clips, you're going to see like me at kind of just like walking through and just different things that I saw during the convention center crossover event. And I will come back in and explain different things and explain like what's going on. Because there's like different things on different days. Every day I think I recorded something different or just kind of got like little clips throughout the day. I just share like inside for the most part, like inside, like what it looked like, and just kind of the experience of the whole thing. Try to share as much as I can. Like it's so hard kind of recording during events sometimes, just because like there's so much going on. The days are long usually, and sometimes the breaks aren't that long. I have to get back to where I need to go to. Also, I try to like visit my friends that I know and like different people that are working the event as well. We try to like connect somehow. So yeah, there's always a lot going on. But let's get into the clips.
name is Ludacris. How y'all feeling tonight? I can already tell this the live side over here. What's going on with the All Stars? Oh, they got Ferris wheels in here tonight. I don't know. It might be this side over here. What's going on?
Okay, so as you just saw in the clips, I shared, like, I think I shared it in order. I can't remember because I feel like some of my clips are out of order. I don't know. But there's something like on my eye. Shabuzi performed on one night, Ludacris performed on a different night, and then I kind of just, like I said, as I like walked around, like just tried to like piece some things together and share like what was going on. They had different activations. Like there was State Farm, they were there, Xfinity, they had a whole thing. They were actually giving away like some really cool prizes. One of my friends was the MC over there, so like she was telling me about their like thing that they were doing. So I went to go visit her like a couple times and try to see if I could like win something. But it was like I don't know, it was like a luck of the draw type of situation. And I think they had like an app that you downloaded. I can't remember. So, but that was pretty fun because they gave away some like really cool prizes. There were some really like cool prizes that they were giving away at different booths and like different places. Um, who else was there? I feel like there was a lot of different stations that had um, like basketball hoops and just like things for like being timed. There was a Ferris wheel inside. They had like carnival type of style games. They were giving away like these big old teddy bears. I remember seeing people walking around with those. And what else was going on? There was like so many different things, to be honest. I know they had like food and drinks, and there was like bar setups and things like that as well. What else was there? It was so long ago now, I can't remember, but I remember those like tidbits. And also, I feel like the crowd, I don't know, the crowd was not giving. Like, when the performers were up there performing, like Shabuzi, he gave a really good performance. Like, that man can perform. But I feel like people were just kind of like, yeah, yeah, but not really like hype. So I was just like, give the man some energy. Even like Ludacris too. Like there was some people that were like dancing and like whatever, whatever. But I feel like a lot of people were just like staring at him, just up there performing. It was interesting. I said, this is not the crowd for these performances. I don't know, but listen, we had a good time in the back. Because my activation was actually right near the stage, so like we could see everything, and we were like dancing around and stuff like all day. It was so funny. So yeah, there was a clip of us like dancing and just like hanging out at our booth, and I think it was kind of like a break, sort of. I can't remember it. There was like several breaks like in between different things throughout the day. So like, or there was also like film crews that came in and like got content. There was a lot happening. Um, what is that basketball player's name? I can't remember his name. I just know he's like really tall. He brought his kids over to the activation, and it was really cute, really fun. Like his whole family, like there was a whole crew, like entourage. They all came over. There was a lot, like I said, there was a lot going on. There was a lot of different like people that had followings. There was an Asian basketball player that I think he just got signed. I don't know, somebody was telling me about like different things. I was just like, oh, for real? He was really tall. That's all I know. And I just know there was like
There was a film crew. It's interesting being at these events sometimes too. You see a lot of different things that you don't even realize are happening, and you're just like, oh, that was so and such and such. Oh, okay, cool. They're here? Great. I don't know. I've seen so many random celebrities or people that are like famous or like well known streamers. They all be at these different events, and I don't even know who half the people are sometimes. I'm like, oh, for real, that's so and so, that's cool. Cool. I don't know. I just be at work, minding my business. But yeah, that's basically like the clips. Like I said, those basically clips that like you just saw. And then in the next clips, so there be certain times like during events, me and friends will go out after. Sometimes I'll just give that one good night to go out, and then I'd be like, listen, I gotta go to bed after that because it'd be too much, especially depending on like what time I gotta be at work. If I gotta be at work early, I'm like, y'all, I'm gonna be tired the next day. And sometimes you just suck it up and you figure it out. There's a lot of sucking it up and figuring it out around here. So I went out with some friends there, well, because we were downtown already as it was. So like there was things happening downtown, and there was like a bar place that we had went to. Tell me why this place was tiny. This place was so small. I walked in, I said, this is it? And it was like it was interesting. I can't remember what the place was called. I'm gonna have to look it up, and like maybe I could put it on the screen and let y'all know. But it was small, and it's like a members club kinda, because you have to like get like a day pass to even go. And I think I paid, it wasn't that much. I want to say it was like $5, $10, something like that, to get in. And I was just like, I'm so confused. But okay, my friends are here. I'm gonna hang out. And I don't even remember what time we end up staying out till. I didn't know it was late. Was it after 2 in the morning? It might have been after 2 in the morning. I don't know, y'all. I just know that I was just like, I need to go to bed and I gotta go. We all gotta get up for work tomorrow in the morning. But like, YOLO for the night. But no, it was fun. We had a good time. No regrets. All fun. All games. But it just be so funny sometimes. And it's funny because like every event is different. Like I said, there be like sometimes some events where I'm like, I'm not going out with y'all. Y'all got me messed up. I'm going to bed. And then other times I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna give y'all one time. I'll go out with y'all once this week, and after that I'm going to bed. Or it'd be like on the last night if we got time and nobody's working. That's like the best time to go out, because then nobody cares. It's like either we're taking our flight home or it's like we're going to bed, getting up, taking a flight the next morning. And yeah, so it just depends. But yeah, during this week definitely stayed out way too late. But I think that was the only night I went out. I think I went out like only one night, and then like yeah, I don't know. But you'll see a little clip come up, and then let's see what happens after that. After that was another work day. And then let's see what else. Oh my gosh, there was this talking basketball, y'all. It was the weirdest thing ever. But like, this talking basketball is famous online. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a random clip of me like in the background like answering a question or like being like, huh? Like because they had a whole crew with them too. It was so funny. And there's like a little computer that like does the whole like talking, and there's like somebody who's talking for the basketball, like walking with them. It was interesting to see in person. But the basketball was also weird and creepy, like at the same time. Like it was interesting. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It was very interesting. Um, and then I think I just shared kind of like the last day, basically. Um, and yeah, I did a little bit more walking around, looking at like the different things at the Foot Locker takeover. I visited over there a couple times. Like I said, I had friends working over there, so I was just seeing like what they had going on. They had like a really cool like Puma display, and then they had some other stuff going on over there that was pretty cool to just like check out. So I know I got some clips, I think different days at that, like over there. And then that was basically it for NBA All Stars. Like mostly just work, um, and hanging out a little bit, but not too much. Like I feel like I was so tired because I had just worked Super Bowl, and then I worked. Did I work an event right before that too? I want to say yeah. There was like a few back-to-back events like between January and February, and then I remember like February, March, April, because in April was Coachella. Like that whole month was insane. So yeah, it was a lot of events back to back, and I think like right after I came back from LA and I went to San Diego, I think there was something else that came up. Like there was like quite a few things, but anyway, all that, there was a whole lot. Um, we'll just get into the clips and then I'll come back.
Oh, hello, Papa.
So after NBA All Stars, I came back to San Diego and I did a quick staycation with my friend Misha. She had got invited to a hotel stay and she asked me to come with her. And I was like, yes, girl, I need a staycation. I need some time to chill. That would be amazing. So I went with her. We went to the Mission Bay. Is it the Hilton? The Hyatt? I need to look up what this hotel is. I can't remember, but it was either the Hilton or the Hyatt. But I know it's on Mission Bay. It's like near the water, and they have different towers, and it's super nice because yeah, you get a super view. You get a really good view of, kind of like around the city. You can see different things, and we had a really nice room. And she basically had to get content and stuff, and I kind of just got some of my own content as well because I mean we were both content creators, so she was just like, yeah, like share whatever you want. and I ended up putting some clips. I did do clips and stuff like in my Instagram stories, and I think I shared some photos on my Instagram too, like during that time as well. So basically, I just shared like kind of what we got up to, like with creating content and like going to the restaurant. That's the Red Marlin. Is it called the Red Marlin? I believe it's called the Red Marlin. And we had the food there, and then we hung out in the jacuzzi, which like felt really nice. And it was so funny because during this, was it during like the weekday? Yeah, I think it was a weekday. During this week, like it was raining and it was kind of cold, like, and it was like really windy. It was raining cold and super windy during this time. So, I mean, like it still was. It was February, so I mean, like that makes sense. Like it does get pretty chilly, but the jacuzzi felt nice. But getting out of it, oh my god, we were running to our hotel room. Like it's so cold. It was so cold outside of the jacuzzi. And then the next day after the jacuzzi night, we went to work out, like went to the gym and had like breakfast. Had a cute little breakfast, and then created some more content and like just got some clips and stuff like that, like in the hotel, and made sure to get like the content that Misha needed, um, and just like helping her out and stuff like that. Which I love that I have friends that are content creators and we help each other out and we get content and we share things together and share experiences. That's always a fun time. And on the last, was it the last day? I think the last day we ended up going to ramen. We just went like off of the hotel grounds, and um, went out in the area and just like grabbed some ramen and had some tea and just like hung out, chit chat, all the things. Girl dinner. We did all of that, and then the next morning we packed up our stuff and then got ready to go. It was a quick little staycation, just a couple days, and we got some good content. Like it was a lot of fun. We did face masks, we had snacks. It was fun. It was just fun to be able to like just chill for a couple days and not really, because I had worked so much during like the first part of the year where I was just like, I just need a nap. Need a nap. So, yeah, that was that on that, and that's what you'll see next.
jacket everywhere. It's so comfortable and it goes with so many different things. It's from Blue Salt. I will tag it so you can find it, and also you can use my code Tiffany for money off your order. Check it out. It's the best thing ever, and it comes in a few different colors. I will let you know what's available.
And we've come to the end of this vlog, this adventure. I don't know how this is coming together or how it's coming out, but I hope that me coming in and giving some context helps with me sharing clips. Let me know what you think about like the way how this confessional style vlog kinda is. What you think? Let me know your thoughts. Because honestly, like there's so many clips and things, like I said before, I've been recording different things, but I haven't necessarily been like vlogging intentionally. I know there's some vlogs that I have coming up, I think that will be more intentional. But I know like for the most part, I just have like a bunch of clips. But I definitely want to share them in some way, shape, or form. So I hope that this is helpful and that it kind of gives you insight to things that I get up to and just like sharing, like I said, share the adventures, sharing my life in a way that I'm figuring it out. Figuring out life over here. But yeah, if you love what you see, if you like this vlog or you've seen my other vlogs and you're interested in seeing more, please subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Join me on the next adventure and I will talk to you later. Okay. Bye.